guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and today I'm here with my review and thoughts of my Jaclyn Hill palette. So this palette's been waiting for a really long time. I don't remember for how long we have known, like at least Jaclyn Hill's fans have known that she was coming out with the palette with Morphe, but she couldn't show swatches. She said she took like a really long time to release it, like I think 2 years making it, and it was, I don't remember how many months, but we all knew that she was coming out with this palette. And I'm so excited that I got it. I'm so excited that I have it here with me. I love it so much. I used maybe 6 of these colors in here to do my eyes, and I had no issues, no problem. I felt that the formula was a little different. I don't know if the formula, but just how they feel. These are more buttery, less kick up when you get the eyeshadow. And I always tap my like I always grab eyeshadow and then tap my brush, so I get rid of the extra. But I feel like the other Morphe palettes usually have more kick up than this one. And the shimmery shadows, I felt that I didn't need to spray Fix Plus to get a really like metallic pigment like I usually do with any other shimmer eyeshadow that I have, or even if I use like a Morphe eyeshadow, they're really good. I always have loved Morphe eyeshadows, but I always have to spray a little more so it gets like more intensity. These I didn't feel like I had to spray it, but probably I spray it. If I spray it, it's probably gonna be a lot more intense. But I really like it. I really like all the combination of the colors. I like all the colors because I know that all of these I can use it, and because I'm going on a trip like in this vacation, I know for sure this is the palette that I'm gonna take. The only thing that I wish they would have put in here, it's maybe like a bone color, like a matte shade, because these two are shimmery. If they would have put a matte shade, I would prefer that too, or a lighter shade of this one, kind of like Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek, just a lighter color, because I always use that kind of color, like a very nude color, to just like set my primer of my lid. But other than that, I really love all of this combination. I really like all these eyeshadows. The only bad thing that I have to say about this, it's the packaging. It looks pretty and it's white and it has her name in silver letters. It looks very pretty. I know they said it was gonna be a cardboard material, but I didn't expect this cardboard material. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be kind of like the Kathleen Lights palette. This one is cardboard material that I can feel, but it's different. Sorry, it's dirty. I have used it a lot. But it's different. It's not, you don't feel it like really cheap, you know. I really like this kind of material. Even if it was white, I would have preferred that, because I feel like this one is probably gonna be easier to clean than this one. This one looks like paper kind of material. And like, let's say like this one is a VH Cosmetics in Carly Bible palette, and it's cardboard, but the cardboard, it's kind of like glossy, so you're able to with a wipey like clean it if it gets dirty, and maybe have it in your vanity. This one, if it gets dirty, you probably won't be able to have it in your vanity because it's just gonna get ruined. That's the only thing I didn't like about this palette. I know a lot of people have been complaining about not having a mirror, but I really didn't expect a mirror, just because I know Morphe palettes don't really carry a mirror in it, and it's okay. I don't really care. I mean, it would have been nice to have a mirror, but I don't really care about that. And this palette was more expensive than the usual palettes. The usual palettes, I think I believe they run between $22, and sometimes you can get them for cheaper on Hot Look. But this one was $38, which, I mean, I still think it's a pretty good price. It's still cheap. However, it's I mean, you get the same amount of eyeshadows that you get in our regular Morphe palette, which is like this, because this is the usual package that they have for Morphe. It's plastic, and I kind of really like the plastic, even though I think that probably the cardboard is gonna make it more travel friendly, just because like if it's in the bag and it hits something, it's probably not gonna hit as much as it will feel it with the plastic one. However, I was very disappointed in this packaging, and the box that came with it was also like a cheap kind of box, but I guess Morphe brushes always has like these cheap boxes. I don't really care much about boxes because I usually throw them away. I usually care about the packaging of like the actual product, and most important about the product inside. So the product inside, it's beautiful. I didn't swatch all the shades, but some that I have swatched, they're beautiful. I don't have problem with the finger. Sometimes I feel like you cannot get an accurate swatch. Even with the brush, I feel like you cannot get an accurate swatch. I feel for me that the best way to know how an eyeshadow works, it's using the eyeshadow in your eyelid, doing your makeup, and that's how you know, because you're blending it, you're doing like different things. You see how much you have to use of an eyeshadow, like how pigmented it is, if you need to use Fix Plus, if you need to use a different kind of brush, you know, like things like that. So I usually don't judge palettes by swatches. I usually judge them by how they perform when I'm using it on my eye, and for me they performed fine. They worked really good. I really loved it. Another thing that disappointed me about this palette was that I saw many YouTube gurus like reviewing their palette of their PR package, and they said like, oh well, the names don't come on the palette, but at least you get this sheet. And it was like a palette, like the size of the palette. It was a sheet that had all the colors and all the names underneath it, and they were like, so at least you can know like which one is the name of each one. They were like not happy with it, but they're like, well, but at least we have something, you know. But I really thought that we were gonna get that, because it's just one piece of paper that could have been inserted in like the packaging, like just on top of this palette, just so we can know the names, because there's a lot of small Instagrammers, a lot of small YouTubers that do tutorials, and obviously they want to say the names of the palette, but if they don't know the names, that kind of sucks, you know. And usually I know Morphe doesn't have the names on their palettes, and it's fine, but I thought this one at least she would send one of those you know, like papers with the names. So when I got the pack, I did see a review of someone that had actually bought the palette and said you don't get that paper, and I was like, that really sucks. I wish they would have put one. I don't think it's that expensive to put one in each, you know, palette, but whatever. So the day that it launched, I bought it online on the site. I didn't want to pay this shipping because I know for some places the shipping was really expensive, but I live in California and I thought it was gonna be not that expensive, but I did check like a few days before with something else. I went into the website and I tried to put something on the card and see how much they were gonna charge me for shipping, but still, like, I was gonna use a coupon code of Jaclyn Hill just because I was like, okay, that coupon code is probably gonna be for the shipping now. It's not really gonna be like worth it, but whatever. I just don't know what to deal with coupon codes with people not liking it. I honestly love coupon codes. I don't know why people hate so much on coupon codes, because yeah, you do give them some, it's their affiliate coupon codes, and they give money to YouTube every time you use it, but who cares? You're saving up money on your own purchase, which that's all I care. I mean, if I can save some bucks, why not, you know? So I was ready to use her coupon code. However, like, I remember a friend from work, she had told me she wanted the palette too, so I asked her a day before, like, are you gonna buy the palette? And she said yes. So I told her, like, let's buy it together so we can get free shipping, because I wasn't, even though I live maybe 30 minutes away in car from the Morphe store, I was not gonna go at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning to do line, because that store has like no parking. Their parking space is so tiny and so limited, and then there's the street, which is really hard to find parking because there's so many stores around it. And I knew this palette was waited for many people, so I knew there was gonna be such a big line, and I was like, no, I have school later, I'm not gonna wake up really early to go to that and then have to go to work after. No. I was like, I'm just buying it online, and I'm just gonna wait until it arrives to my house. I don't care, you know, like, I'll just wait. And so this friend was like, yeah, let's buy it together. And I was like, yeah, we can get free shipping, and I'll use the coupon code and we'll save money. And she was like, yeah, can you buy another one for another friend? So I was like, sure, we can get 3. I think 3 is limited. So the day that the page was like open with the palette so you can buy it, I think it crashed for a few minutes, which I was like, oh my god, no way, it crashed. So I was kind of upset, but then it went up back again, and I was able to purchase the 3. It made me wait a little bit because, like, I guess now online stores, they're doing this thing where they make you wait online in line kind of thing, online in line, so the page doesn't crash. And I was waiting my turn, and after I think like 20 minutes I was finally able to purchase it. And I was gonna use Jaclyn sale coupon code, but then a day before, Morphe had sent me an email saying like, oh, you forgot this on your card, here's like on your cart, here's like a little coupon code of 15% off if you want to purchase it. And I was like, oh, cool. So I'm just gonna save it. I was like thinking, just I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna use that coupon code because that's 13% off. And yeah, and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll just use Jaclyn Hills. I don't care, I'll just use that one. And then the day that was the day of the purchase, I used the coupon code, which I think it was checkout 15, and I used it and it worked fine. And then, you know, like, I did the shipping, which was like $0 because it was free, it was in the US, and I bought 3 palettes. So each palette came out like $35, so we actually saved money, which was, I was so happy, and my friends were so happy too. They were like, oh my god, we saved money, because the actual palette is $38 plus tax, and if you bought it for yourself, just one palette, it would have been plus shipping. But us was free shipping, and with the tax included and the coupon code of 15% off less, it was a total of $35, which was really cool. We were really happy, so we just waited. I think it took about a week, because I got it a few days ago. It took about a week for me to get it at my house. And when I opened it, when I opened it, I was kind of disappointed of the packaging, because I was expecting a little more out of Jaclyn Hill. I was expecting a package kind of like this, you know, like the BH Cosmetics kind of glossy. And when people were saying it's cardboard packaging, I really thought they meant this cardboard packaging, like the nice cardboard packaging, not kind of like the feeling of cardboard, and just like, you know, because like on video you can't really see it, how cardboard and cheap looks. So I was kind of disappointed of that, and I did tell my friend like, oh, I'm disappointed of this. And the other thing, it's that I'm like, well, I guess, and I didn't see any of the, like, the page. I was kind of disappointed of that too. And then at the end of the box, I saw this, which is kind of like the page, but in a postcard size. But they only sent me one, and I bought 3 palettes, and obviously I'm not keeping the 3 palettes. I mean, some people might have bought the 3 palettes to keep it for themselves, but I bought just one for me, and one for my friend, one for another friend, and they only sent me one. I mean, what if we all are like little Instagrammers or like small YouTubers, and we all want to have one of these? We will have to just get photocopies of these, and that kind of sucks, because they should have sent one per each palette, or at least put one of these inside of each palette, you know, like that would have been even nicer, but I guess they didn't, which really sucks. I was really like that. The only thing I don't see, it's that I don't remember which shade it was. The Jaclyn Hill said that it was supposed to be a pressed glitter. I honestly don't see the pressed glitter in none of these. They are shimmers, and there's a kind of like foily eyeshadows, but I do not see the pressed shimmer. I mean the pressed glitter, because for me pressed glitter will be that will actually have like a lot of glitter, and for me they kind of look the same, like they have the same amount of glitter. I don't know the thing that she said about like pressing it differently, and I have no idea about that because I don't know how, you know, like how they make makeup or anything like that. I'm not aware of that, so I don't know if that's true or that has to do with it or anything like that. However, I just have to say I really like this palette, and Jaclyn Hill was one of the first YouTubers I ever watched when I started with makeup. So I remember wanting to really do makeup, and I didn't know how to, and I remember my boyfriend telling me, in YouTube you find everything. So I was like, if you find everything, you probably find how to do makeup. So I just like typed how to do makeup, and Jaclyn Hill and Casey Holmes were the two first YouTubers that I ever watched. And Jaclyn Hill was kind of the one YouTuber that I would like listen to more, listen to what she was saying more, because I felt like she knew more about makeup. So I have bought many things that she has collabed with other brands, and I'm actually wearing the face palette that she did with Becca Cosmetics, and I'm wearing now her eyeshadow palette, which I'm so happy that she did. I actually bought the first Jaclyn Favorites palette, and last time I was using it, and honestly Morphe has stepped up the game. That palette was not bad at all. I really liked it when I bought it. That's why I really liked Morphe. However, their eyeshadows are way better now, and I'm very impressed. I have a lot of their brushes, and I have no issues with their brushes. Their brushes for me have always been really good and perfect. They have never started shedding or broke on me or anything like that. They have always been really good, and they've been a really affordable price. So I don't know why people are saying that Morphe is a bad brand. Maybe for some people it doesn't work, but for me it has worked perfectly. It has worked wonders. I love Morphe Cosmetics, honestly. I don't really have that many things from Morphe. I only have their eyeshadow palette and their brushes, a lot of brushes of them that I have bought with my own money, and I have no complaints of Morphe, no complaints. My friend, so thank you for watching. I know this is probably kind of like a long video, but thank you for watching, and I hope you guys liked this video. And if you guys liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.